Hi, it's me Sam, and this is By Hook or By Needles. Today I have something, well, it's still the same day as you can see the yarn in the background. I haven't even put it away yet. Not that I can find anywhere to put it away with. And I've got the cat playing with the box that the yarn came in that I was going to use to store it, so we'll see what happens. No, in the last video I mentioned I had some boxes over here that looked a little bit like Rubik's Cubes, but are not Rubik's Cubes. And I told you I was going to do a little video on those. So excuse that. That is my cat playing inside that huge box that I had all the yarn come in. Now these, they're called color cubes. And I've got to tell you, I've got to show you. Hang on, let me see if I can get that lid back on. Yep. Okay, this is how they come. All right. You're going to say what come. I'll get to that. Okay, these are very heavy. Now, they are packed so well. This box cube came inside another cube of very dense cardboard, which was packed so the box wouldn't shake around, so that the box itself wouldn't be damaged. There was slight damage to the box that this came in, but that's not a problem because it's just a box that this came in. This is volume 1, and volume 2 basically is, I think, exactly the same. It's the same sort of thing. It's just a big box, a big cube. So, what are they? Well, it's actually an Australian thing. I was so pleased. I thought, finally, something in Australia that I can buy that's really heavy. That's not going to cost me the earth to have transported from the US or the UK. So, this is Color Cube Volume 1 by, and you can see the name, and I can't read it, by Sarah Renee Clark. And she's the little inventor of these cards. And what they are, if you've ever visited websites with, they'll show you a really pretty picture, goodness, bit of American coming out. I watch too many American videos, clearly. They'll show you a really beautiful scenery, and then underneath it'll show you the colors used in that picture. Well, this is a box, well, 2 boxes, because I've got volume 1 and volume 2. This is a box. These are all individual cards. This is a box of pictures with the colors. Now, I'll show you. I don't know how many boxes, how many are in. 250 cards per box. Okay, so you get 500 boxes. And the instructions are, oops, there, but they're not going to show you very clearly. So what your back's basically doing is it's using color palettes to be used for so many creative projects, and there are no specific rules on how to use them. So you don't have to use, like, it gives you the colors, but it doesn't say you have to use this as a main, or this is the second main, and that sort of thing, or the second contrast color. And you can use as many or as few as the colors in the card as obviously the picture you like. You match the colors, and I'll show you this with number 1. You match the colors by literally lining up. Now, first I'll show you this. This is picture number 1. And as you can see, the colors in the picture are in the card. Hang on. Yep, are in the card. Very, very pretty. You've all seen these things. You've all seen these displays. But how many of them have you seen where you've got them in a physical form? Brilliant. Not affiliated. Sorry, I should say that. I am not affiliated with these. I bought these with my own money. Okay. Now on the back though, look at that. The color goes right to the edge. Okay. So you can get your yarn and you can lay it right up. I mean, obviously none of these yarns match, but you can, lay the cards, and the colors, this shows you different degrees of darkness of the colors, and over here it's just one of the colors, and it's for you to match up. So if you're trying to match it up against yarn, you go through your box of pictures, you find a combination that speaks to you, you take your card to the yarn shop, or if you're like me, you're going to just look online, and you're going to sort of eyeball it. Oh yeah, that one looks good. They have got on the back, as you can see, numbers and color names. Now, I have not read into it, but I believe these are, let me see, color names. Here we go. The color names provided are an approximate description of each color as categorized in the color catalog. I think there's another catalog you can get or something. There are over 1,000 color categories included, but you may find the same color listed twice for slightly different colors, where those colors are best categorized together. As there is no universal naming system for colors, please use these names as a reference only and do not rely on them for any accurate printing or color matching. But there's another, with the boxes, you can buy an additional app on your phone, for your phone, and what that does is it has all of the pictures on the app, but what it does is it also has different multiple categories, and I think one of them is Derwent, which I think is Derwent pencils. One of them is Faber-Castell. So they are obviously colors, numbers. They're numbers for colors, and so if you're a painter or a drawer and you use Faber-Castell or what was the other one I should just said? Whatever. You can actually use the app to match up with your favorite pencil, so you can get the colors spot on. But so you've got this one, and I've only really had chance to go through the first 20 or so, and I did find actually no, first 50. Hang on. There was one I really loved that was number 50. Let's see if I can pull it out. It's number 46, 47, 48. Come on. 50. This one I absolutely love, because if you know me, you know I love the purple and the deep magentas and all the rest of it. So that one was, real to me. It really spoke to me. And then on the back, you've got all the colors. You've got different shades, so you can go with the lighter shades, medium or dark shades. And then, of course, you've just got them so that you can sort of put your ball of yarn up against it behind to try and match up as best you can, or you just sort of wing it. So that was the so there's two volumes basically of that. And color cube number 2. I haven't even looked at number 2 yet, because I've been spending most of my time looking at number 1. So, and that comes with an instruction thing as well, which is hex codes. If you're designing on a computer or tablet, you can use the hex codes. That's what those numbers are, the hex codes. You know how when you can use your shade chart, and you've got that little hexagon, and it's got all the colors in it. The hex is, can you see? It's got hex. And if you insert that into the color select, it'll give you the exact color. This is 251. So this is the first and the second box. So that's what they are. So if you're looking to create this picture, for example, if you want to create this picture using exact colors, then you can just simply, on an iPad or something, I think there's things you can use to draw or paint or whatever on an iPad. You could use your hex colors to actually pick the exact one. So yeah, these are also some of them on the side. Whoops, sorry. Whoops. Okay. So I'm not going to show you too many because then that will just spoil the surprise. But if you do are interested in them, they are distributed from, I want to say Bacchus Marsh. People in Australia who know where I'm talking about, Bacchus Marsh. They took just 2 days, I think, to get to me. Not even that. I think I ordered them on Sunday, and they came yesterday. Today is Friday. No, they didn't come yesterday. They came Wednesday. Yeah, so it took like 2 or 3 days. So it was really quick. Now, I will say, and hang on, yeah, let me finish. Quality of the card is really good. It's really thick. It's coated. So it's glossy, well, not glossy, but it's a matte sort of coating to it. So you're not going to damage them very easily. And inside the box, there is even, and you can't really see it, but all the way around the edge of the box, or the cards, I should say, is a sponge around so that they don't, bang against the sides of the box. It's been really, really well thought out by, what's her name again? Sorry, Sarah. Sarah's done a fantastic job working out how to best to package these so that they really do remain very well, conditioned for a very, very, very long time. Oh, this one's a pretty one. I just pulled it. Oh, no, that's a nice. Sorry, I've just pulled out this one. Look at that one. Isn't that pretty? So, yeah. Anyway, sorry, I just got distracted. I was starting to look through them again. There's literally, so I've got literally 500 colors, combinations that I can play with for my yarn because I'm not very good at picking out yarn colors, especially if I'm like picking out stuff from my stash to do a blanket, to use up some of my stash. Well, now I can use these, and I know that these combinations work really well together because they look great in the pictures. So yeah, so they are called color cubes. There's volume 1 and volume 2. Now, as I say, these boxes, is this volume 2? Yeah, this is volume 2. Hang on, let me put it around. These boxes came inside bigger, these are really sturdy too. These boxes came inside bigger boxes which were sort of protected to stop this box from moving about, and it is quite heavy. Very good quality, very high quality stuff is being used to produce this. This is none of your cheap sort of flimsy paper or anything like that. This is really good quality. Having said that, it is very, very, very expensive, or just expensive, Sam. I'll link the page to purchase them. I think you can get both boxes for, I think it was $67 US, both boxes. That would not have included postage, so I don't know what postage would be. And of course, at the moment, Australia Post has suspended all our postage to the, well, not all of it. Letters and everything are okay, but any packages going to the US, they're not allowing at this stage because they don't understand what the new rules are, and because we have to pay tariffs on everything we send. So, $67 US dollars worth of product, then the Sarah would have to pay an extra, whatever, 25-30% of that in tariffs just to send to you. So that amount would go up again, and then of course postage. I got the 2 boxes for Australian $97. Um, I'm trying to remember if I had to pay postage. I've got a feeling maybe I didn't. Maybe, I don't want to say I didn't because I'm not really 100% certain. So sorry, Sarah, if you are watching. I think you've made a brilliant product. It's something that I know I'm going to get a lot of fun out of using. I'm going to go flicking through all these cards, pulling out my favorites probably, and putting them in separate Ziploc bags, or putting them to the front of my, boxes so I can find them easily, so I can match up my yarns and everything in the future. It's a shame that, you've got the hex color. It's a shame. I mean, I get it. You can't match it up with any particular yarn. I get it, but it's just a shame that you can't sort of say, okay, this color is this color out of SSDK, Special Style Craft DK, 8-ply yarn. You can't do that because, there are so many different brands. I get it, but it would be nice if it was possible. That's all I'm saying. It would be nice. I'm not saying you should try and do it. Yeah, they are, a good product. And I will get a lot of use out of them. I know I will. Um, I've been promised, I've had these on my to buy list for quite a while because of the price. I must admit, at $97 was something that, was out of my price range for a while. But, I do need help with coloring, or colors. And of course, if I do decide to start doing adult coloring, what you do is you go through the coloring books. If you decide to do your adult coloring books, what you do is you go through your colors and you pick out a picture you like, and then you pick out a blank adult coloring book picture. And then you can say to yourself, okay, I'm going to just use these 5 colors or 4 colors or whatever the case may be. Or maybe you'll pick out 2 colors, 2 cards. And then you match up the best way you can with your pencils by lining up your pencil with, behind the card or in front of the card to see how well it matches. And then you can color away as well. So that's something you can also look to doing with these. It really is, if you are a watercolor painter, you could do the same with your watercolors. You match up the color on the tube with, what your color on the card is. It's brilliant for anybody who's doing any coloring. Like I say, I'm not affiliated. I bought them with my own money, and initially I was a bit, oh no, they're going to be damaged, because when I got the box, they were in, this box was inside another box, as I've said, which was secured and packed, so this box didn't move around. But there was a little dent in one side of it, and I thought, oh no, my box is going to be ruined. And when I opened it up and saw that they were in these bigger boxes, I was like, that's smart. That is smart. But that's, obviously that's all incorporated into the price. She's making sure that you get the product at the best quality you can get the product at. And, very, very pleased with it. And, if it wasn't for the fact I keep buying yarn, I might have more time to go through the colors and, find some colors that I really like and make something with some colors that I really like. But anyway, I just wanted to show you those. I was going to say quickly, but 20 minutes isn't really quickly. I apologize. I'm a waffler. But yeah, I'm going to link Sarah's, whatever it is. I don't know whether it's a website or what it was. It might even, I don't think it was on Etsy or anything like that. Anyway, I'm going to link their place that you can go to buy them, or just to have a look at and get more details, because I've been very vague. I don't really know much about how the color, the descriptions on the backs, really work. Go and check it out if you're interested at all. You can buy the volumes separately, so you can buy volume 1 or volume 2, or you can buy them both together. I think there's a discount if you get them together. But yeah, go and check it out. And if you're interested, and let me know if you did get them. I'd be really pleased to see or hear what you think of them if you get them. Anyway, until next time, bye for now. Please take care, and I'll see you real soon.
Hi, my name is Maggie, and my mummy says you need to hit that like and subscribe button because of this YouTubey something or others, something important. Anyway, thank you. Bye.